Greetings, everybody. I'm Sally Jane from TravelSmiths, and I want to welcome you here to Beach to Bistro for our consumer night for Celebrity Cruises and Sandals and Beaches Resorts. And I just want to give you a little background because there is some people, I see some new faces here. I see some old, our regulars, longtime clients and friends. I didn't want to say old faces because I'm old too. 67 strong, baby. I'm loving it. Woo-hoo! So I just want to give you a little bit of background about us. We have 30 team members. We've been in business since, well, I've been in business since 1986, but we went storefront back in 2006. I was home-based for years, and I kept growing my little army, and I did build an amazing army. And this is just part of my incredible team. I want to start with Colleen Hulse, yes, Miss Jamie Valkenburg, Jenny Arms, Eric Johnson, and Jennifer Johnson, and of course, me, Sally Jane Smith. So this is just part of my amazing team. Like I said, we have 30 of us. We're not all frontline advisors. We have back office, we have support, we have our beautiful receptionist, and she answers and she multitasks, and she's not just a receptionist, she's an administrative concierge, because let me tell you, she administrates many, many things. And my other three amazing people here are frontline advisors. And we curate and view amazing, incredible trips. And people that have worked with us, you know and understand. And I want to tell you that we are a full-service agency. We definitely start you from the beginning of your trip to when you come home and say you had a fabulous time. It's really important to know that because a lot of agencies don't do that. We also have that amazing hotline phone. It doesn't ring that often when you travel, but when it does ring, it's a doozy. Like when we had flights just get canceled, Jamie was up till 4 a.m. while I was in San Diego having fun, working. But she took care of the flights and got our clients out the next day, got them a hotel, took care of them. Now I am going to bring up one thing because Celebrity, who's going to be doing her presentation first, she has these little beautiful luggage identifiers. I want to just tell you one little story. So we tell our clients that you should buy TSA locks because you should lock your luggage. You don't have to, but you should. We also say, make sure you get your AirTags or tile trackers. So what happened, we had a client leave, her flight was delayed, we got her on another flight, so she flew into Athens and then popped over to Santorini. Well, her little bag with all her gorgeous clothes in there sat in Athens airport. We called the Blue Ribbon luggage finders, we called Aegean Airlines, we emailed, we sent pictures of what we thought the luggage looked like. It was a black piece of luggage. So she had that tile tracker. She never got her luggage at Santorini, so she had to buy some clothes. So I'm thanking goodness that she had travel insurance because she's going to get refunded back $500 for that. But she did spend $1,200. But because Blue Ribbon was involved with it too and couldn't find that luggage and it was up to 4 days, she's going to get the difference back because she spent $1,250. So it's very important. But when she got to Athens airport to stay there for the next 4 nights, I said, go find your bag. Because she had the AirTag and she's going around the airport and she's insisting her bag is there and they're telling her it's not. She's like it's behind that wall. It's like 100 feet away, look. And the guy went on the other side. She had to find a picture of a bag that kind of looked similar. And he went on the other side and he pulled out 2 bags and one was hers. And if she didn't have that AirTag, she would not have found her luggage. So what I'm telling our clients, since this happened, take a picture of your luggage. I don't care if you put a pink pom-pom on it. You want to have a luggage identifier. And Miss Celebrity comes rolling in with these. I go, what's this? And she goes, it's a luggage identifier. I'm like, oh my gosh. This just happened not even a week ago, right? It was like a week ago for this poor gal. But she had a great time on her trip. She was very thankful that we were and she was very happy that her boyfriend bought insurance, so that was a good thing too as well. So please take these little luggage identifiers because they are going to be perfect for your luggage, and I think that this should be some of the tchotchkes that TravelSmiths finally makes. I love that.
We're going to make them.
Huh?
We're going
to partner and make
them
those?
together. Yep.
Awesome, I love that.
Co-branded, yep.
Maybe Sandals will do it with me too. You never know. Okay, so thank you very much, Team TravelSmiths. I appreciate you. You know that. Oh, look, Jamie stole one right away. I know that. Okay, so without further ado, I am going to start with my beautiful Mary. Mary is from Celebrity Cruises. Mary Veritas, where are you? She's been with Celebrity for quite some time. How many years, Miss Mary? Come on over, girlfriend.
Don't steal my thunder.
I'm not gonna.
Am I turned on
She
yet?
was 12 when she started.
Yeah. Oh, geez.
Wow.
I know. I know. No, thank you so much. Listen, not all these things are created equal in the travel world, and she's an anomaly. TravelSmiths is an anomaly. I'm just telling you that. I have 378 accounts, and I don't come and do all these things because she has a following. She knows she's a professional. Not that she knows, she does know what she's doing, but that's not the bulk of it. She cares, okay? She just told you the story about the luggage identifier. So it's really important.
It is.
So, no, I think that's a really important thing. So thank you so much for the invite.
All the beautiful things
Yes,
that you guys
yes.
go on.
All right. So anyway, so Sally was telling you, yeah, I don't know how this happened, but I've been with the Royal Caribbean group. I started on Royal Caribbean for 5 years, and gosh, I've been here, it's 22 years, November 1st. So it's kind of crazy. So I've seen it go up and down and change, and I'm sure you guys have traveled, and you know, the world is changing, right? Nothing's staying the same. So tonight, I hate talking to a PowerPoint. I want to talk to you, and I'm going to open it up with questions, and I'm going to be really transparent. I can't talk about the river cruises. So I know some people came tonight. Oh, I just saw some people go. All right. Okay, well, thanks for coming. I get to go now. It's just that we haven't solidified every single thing with it. So I have to sign papers saying, you know, I can't come out with it. But I'll tell you a little bit about it, and then hope I don't get in trouble. But it is interesting, and it's exciting times for us. So I need to know, because you all came here with an idea in your head, like, oh, I wonder what they're going to talk about. And you all have a different agenda where you want to go. So if I start going through, oh, we go to Alaska, we go here, I can't do that. You have a book in front of you that has everything in there. So, like, that's your homework, right? Because you need to know where you want to go. But I want to see by show of hands, who's been on a cruise? So keep it up if you were on a celebrity cruise. Okay. Yeah, because I know Sally sells lavas. So I want to tell you a little bit about the company, where we're going. It's exciting times. And again, we're like a Rolling Stone, so we're always changing things. That is my phone number, so please don't call me past 10 o'clock. If something happens, call Sally. That's okay. And it's been an interesting ride, but I really do love my job, and I do love this industry. And we'll go a little bit further with that. All right, so we are different. Back in the day, is it good?
Yeah, just
You know, everyone did everything the same. Everybody had bingo. And the first thing I want to say is, why did we put you in? We have early and late dining, early, late dining. We have wired you people to think that you have to eat the same time every night on a cruise. Guess what? Dining's loosening. Do you eat the same time every night? Because I don't. So people get all twisted up when they're like, I can't get early dining. Or guess what? You're going to be able to eat an average of 12 times on a cruise ship every day. So you're going to get food, and you're going to be able to get your dining when you get on board. So I just want you to remember that that is a big issue for some people, but it really shouldn't be. But so we wanted to stand a little differently. And I have to tell you, the truth is, it happened during COVID. We did not lose our jobs during COVID. They kept us on board, and we just had to do a lot of different things. We helped out with the customer service. You know, it was dark times. We didn't have ships going. We weren't making any money. We're not, you know, under the government of the U.S., so we weren't given any money for bailout stuff. So we sat on phone call after. We're like, what can we do to be different? So hence we came out with our retreat, which is our suite guests. So instead of us saying, well, oh my God, we have to drop our prices for, you know, when people come back to cruising, we're like, no, we're going to come out, we're going to be stronger, we're going to be better than ever, and we're going to be different. And I have to tell you, we really are different. We've been on a mission, and we are there. And I'll tell you a little bit about, I was just on board 2 ships personally, and I'll show you a little bit about that later. But you know, why is it different? We want you to think you're not going to vacation any other way. It's with the entertainment. We want to elevate your experience. So we really want to say elevated and get on board, and you'd be like, wow, they really did that. Like, how many times you watch a commercial and it looks so beautiful, then you get on a island or anywhere and you're like, that's not what the picture looked like, right? It happens. But we want it to be a personal, intimate type of experience. And I'm telling you that generally, really, that's really what we want. So that's where we want to say that we're different. All right, so where do we go? I'm just going to cut to the chase. We go to all 7 continents, over 300 destinations, and 79 countries. We pretty much go everywhere in the world. You know, we like to say that you wake up in a different port every day. One of my favorite places is the Galapagos Islands. If you've been to the Caribbean, all these different places, and you like adventure, if you've been maybe thinking about a safari, it's a safari at sea. And it is one of my lifelong dreams. I went a few years ago, and it was fantastic. And that's a whole nother night, Sally. We got to schedule that a whole Galapagos night. But we like to think we have something for everybody, right? Because some people like the Caribbean, some like Europe. I wanted to talk real quick. So last year it started that January, February, March, April. Guess what? We were sold out. Sold out. You could not get a cabin on our ships. And people were like, that's ridiculous. Like, you know how some people wait till the end and they're like waiting for the deal, the deal. There's no such thing as the deal really anymore. People were booking 2 years ago, 4 to 6 months out. Last year, it went to about 8 months, but this year they're booking a year. Alaska, a year. Everything is a year out. So Europe for next year is spiraling. Like it's back, right? Everybody wants to go. So if you're thinking about doing something, just put a deposit. It's $250. So do not wait because you're not going to get what you want. So that's a very, very important thing to know that it's changing. All right. So this year I went to our first time from Reykjavik to Reykjavik in Iceland. I've always wanted to go to Iceland. I'm from Viking lineage, so I was like, I have to go. It's a 7-night cruise. If you are thinking about going to Iceland, it was so great to do it on the ship. I mean, and I just wanted to share some of my personal pictures. Of course, people are like, how many waterfalls can you see? They're spectacular. It's different. All of them, this is where they say the gods, they used to throw people in for the gods and how their lives, their souls were different because of, you know, whatever waterfall they threw them into. But my best thing was we did this hike with the Huskies. It was 28 Huskies that live with these people, and you go, and when you pull up, they are howling, all of them. They know it's going to happen. They're such smart dogs. Then you meet them. And, I mean, look, he's got his paw on my shoulder like we're best buds. So he's like, she's my girl for this hike. So you're going on like but this is my Viking pose, I say, on the right-hand side. But look at like that background. Look at that water. It's all volcanoes. If you think it's like Alaska, it's not. No trees whatsoever. I mean, this is my Sound of Music picture here. It's great soul searching. It's just beautiful. The people are beautiful. The water, the spring water comes from the faucet. It is so good. I'm a big water connoisseur, but the bread, everything was so good. They told us, actually, it's so interesting. And the puffin birds, that's a whole nother thing. Like, he was so close to me, and they're only there in the summertime. And that was great. But the food was fantastic. But the people, it's an island, and the people are so friendly, and they're so used to change. The weather will change in 5 minutes. There's 380 volcanoes in Iceland, but did you know that the geothermal is really one of the most interesting things? They don't pay for any hot water, any heat. It's a pipe. All it is a pipe that comes up. They took us the first original. It all goes through the whole country. And in the wintertime, they said they have snow this deep, but guess what? Because of the volcanoes underneath the water, they don't plow snow. All the streets, everything, it just melts naturally by itself. So very unique place. And I just wanted to share some of my pictures because it was probably next to the Galapagos, one of my favorite places I've ever been. So anyway, all right, enough about that. But people were asking me, so this is some breaking news for you. We have a new, the Grand Voyage. So this is actually 9 back-to-back cruises that you can do. So it's 110 nights, 65 ports, 55 unique ports that are really great in 15 countries. Now, the greatest thing is it starts out in Hubbard Glacier, and then it ends in Thailand. So you get to go, to Hawaii, New Zealand, Tasmania, the Pacific Islands, Australia, Singapore, Malaysia, but you don't have to do all 9. So you could just do 2 or 3 consecutive. So this has been, again, this is something we're doing different, right? Because I know some of these other cruise lines have the World Cruise, but we're just calling this the Grand Voyage. So that is something that we came out with. It's been very successful. That was some breaking news for you. All right, let's talk a little bit about our ships. Some of you have been on our ships, so this might be a little redundant for you. So people wave. Yeah, you told me all your stories. All right, so we have 3 classes of ships right now. So our Millennium, I like to say this is our standard. This class came out in the 2000s. It's really wonderful. We're revolutionizing a lot of them. We can't change, it's like buying an old house. You can't change the structure unless you want to, but you can gut the house, right? You can make it look a little more modern. So that's kind of what we're doing with that. The Solstice class, which actually had the lawn club, the fresh acre green grass, that like came out on that. That's what it was kind of known for. I feel like that's our elegant class. And then we have our Edge series, which the Edge class is kind of what really was the pivotal time for us, because it really put us on the map and we just went right up to the top. We are definitely high on the food chain when it comes to cruises. I mean, we're having our best year ever. We turned last year at 74% sold for the next year. So there wasn't a lot of inventory left, right? So people, when they like it, they repeat. We have a lot of our Captain's Club. They keep coming back. So we know we're doing something right. But the cool thing, what came out with the Edge, was we changed dining. There's 4 little main restaurants instead of one big restaurant where you have a table of 10 people. It's smaller tables. You can kind of bop around. They're all different as far as their themes. One's Greek, one's Italian, so on and so forth. So we kind of tried to change that up a little bit. And I'll tell you some other things when I go through. All right, let's talk about the Flora. So this is a ship that was built exclusively for the Galapagos Islands. It doesn't even have a navigation system. It hovers, so it doesn't destroy the marine life. If you're not familiar with the Galapagos Islands, it's about 600 miles off of Ecuador. So you fly to Quito, you go, it's a 7-night cruise. It's a 10-night altogether. But this is all suites. It's all suites. The hull is painted with special paint so that it glides through the water because it is so green. They don't use any paper, any plastic. It's so crazy because it's all about this marine life. Imagine going there and a sea lion, you're in the water, is just like going through your legs, swimming with you, blowing bubbles in your face. You have penguins flying by you. I swam with hammerhead sharks. They're docile. I didn't know that. There's all these different like starfish. I don't want to give it all away, but if you really are looking for something great, I mean, I'm your girl. Talk to Sally. I will schedule a time and I will get on a phone call with you or come to the office and show you my pictures for an hour. It's really wonderful. And these are just some highlights in the next. It just shows you, it's small groups. So there's like 6 people in each group. Every day you get to pick what excursion you're going to do. That day you might wake up and want to do one thing, and then the afternoon, do something different. If it's not hiking, just coming along the coast in here, it's really, again, spectacular. And there's a special book right up here for that. All right, so before I continue on, I just want to make sure everybody got our show offer for tonight. Yeah? Because it says if you book anything before October 1st, that sails by April of 27, so that's all next year, then April, that you get $100 to spend on board any way you like. But I'm feeling like Oprah tonight. I'm doubling this offer tonight. I'm doubling it. 200. All right. You get a free cruise. So anyway, I wanted to say, introducing our new Xcel, which is the newest ship that we're coming out with. She's coming. Her main voyage is November 18th. It's a 5-night Mexico. So it's the 5th ship in the series. They usually always build 5 ships for a class, but they're actually giving us an extra one. So they're calling it Xcel 2 because she's doing so well. But she's very unique in her design. And I'll show you a few things why she's a little different. We've added 7 new experiences because as we build the ships, we always find kind of what really worked great. And you see where everybody congregates in this one area, they're like, we should have made that bigger, right? So we're adding on 7 new experiences just to give you a little hint, because it seems like a lot of people, A, have cruised, and B, have been on Celebrity. So you'll kind of get the vibe of what I'm telling you here. So we're bringing back brunch all day. Anyone a bruncher? I love brunch. I love brunch. So we had something interesting where you were allowed to vote and on what we were going to do. So like I'm part of this team, so they have this brunch all day. So they're like, this is supposed to be off the charts Bloody Mary bar. They're like, what do you think? Should it be like jumbo grilled shrimp or grilled cheese? Or so every step along the way, people were allowed to vote. You were allowed to vote too. But so Bora is more like date day or date night all day, and it's brunch all day, which I think is really great because I love brunch. So the bazaar, which it's going to be on the Caribbean sailing. So imagine this, you're going to a Caribbean island, but before you get there, there's people from that island. There's a show, there's all different clothing, there's an art section where you can paint and do all these things. It's all around whatever destination you're going to. There's food, there's drinks, there's people doing things, whatever is for that next stop that you're going to. So that's called the bazaar. So I challenge you to Google the bazaar when you get home because it is bizarre. It is crazy. I mean, there's just so much going on. So we're very excited about that. And then we have Mosaic, which, we're foodies on Celebrity. So if you like food, you're coming to the right place. So this is where Mosaic will be wherever you're going. They're going to have all the food surrounded by that destination. So it looks like, that is going to be really great. So we have the pool, and every ship has a pool, but we decided to take that up a notch. We call it the pool club. So we're giving more shade because not everybody wants to bake in the sun. We're finding that comes on our celebrity cruises. There's going to be all day, all night, different experiences. There's a pool valet. So is anyone getting annoyed by the people that go out at 6 a.m. and put their magazine down and won't let you sit in the lounge chair? Nobody? Come on. God, I hate those people. I hope you're not one of them because I'm taking back that $200 if you are now. So they will just politely, there's signs, they will politely take your things, put them in a little cubby hole, and then you have to answer to a pool valet. We used to call them pool butlers, but we've transitioned into pool valet. So we've taken the pool experience to a whole new level, and there's a lot of good entertainment on there. So does everyone have their tickets? But they can only use the ticket once, right?
You can ask a question, and if they're going to answer it right, you can hand it out.
Right. So it's actually called the Poolest Day Ever. Is a new event. My poolist didn't decide to show up. I think Tom erased it. He was sabotaging I'm kidding. So the Poolest Day Ever. I haven't experienced it, but it is really cool. So they have water Olympics. They have synchronized swimming. They have all sorts of competitions. When I was in Iceland, they did a polar plunge where the captain and all the people on the officers came out, and they had these huge blocks of ice that were strapped to them. I'm like, oh my God, are they trying to drown these people or what? Because I'm like, there's no way that water's that cold. But so, they came out and they did this polar plunge. So there was so much to do. The entertainment, there was just so much. Every hour, there's so much going on. But the pool, there's music, there's food. We have frosé, which is frozen rosé for all you wine people out there. They'll have all sorts of different tastings, and they have adult popsicles and ice cream that's flavored with alcohol if you choose. And then they'll have all different foods. So there's a lot going on. But they transition. They wheel out these bars that say the Poolest Day, and it's like all of a sudden they just transition. So really, really cool event. We've enhanced the spa. We have this hydro room. Did anyone remember the thalassotherapy pool we had on our solstice class? We had the hot rollers. So it's kind of like a mini on the left-hand side. We have what we call our vitamin D deck. So all sorts of things for outdoor spaces. We love being outside, so we don't want to really build on the inside of the ship. We want you to be outside to see all these wonderful things that you're doing. So this is the magic carpet, which you saw at the beginning of my presentation. So this actually moves up and down the ship without people on it. So it's the size of a tennis court, holds 90 people, but it serves many purposes. You can have dinner on the edge. I mean, imagine being in Europe and all of a sudden you're going to have dinner on the edge overlooking Santorini, Greece. Or it serves as a lounge for tenders. All leather, large screen TVs, air conditioned, so we've upgraded the tenders as well. So that's very, very important. It's wider too, so instead of getting people off a little gangway, it's a little different. So that's what it looks like. She's kind of cool. Why is it orange? No clue.
I love it.
But I like orange. That's a picture of, we say we didn't find your happy place, we built it. So that's our Xcel 2, baby, coming out. So let's talk about the stay. This is what it looks like. This is that infinite veranda where you can see the doors open, so we don't really use sliders anymore. There are a lot of maintenance with sliders, but they're kind of old-fashioned, and it creates more space in the room. We have the retreat, which is part of our suite. So if you like suites, you'll get everything premium drinks, premium Wi-Fi, concierge service. There's a butler in every suite, and there's exclusive venues just for the retreat guests. They actually have their own sun deck, so you have to be in the retreat to get in there. They'll have their own pool butler, or anyone taking care of you there. It has their own plunge pool. It has its own lounge, and it's great because there's somebody in there that will make all your reservations, will handle everything. They have a band, they have a bar in there, so it's kind of, I say like a really, really nice Starbucks. People are in there working on their premium Wi-Fi because they can get online when they're on the ship. And then best of all, yes?
Mary, can we pre-book those dining reservations with the concierge?
You can. There's actually, retreat has its own number, so they're going to contact you before you even get on the ship to ask you, what do you like in your minibar? What do you like to drink? And you also get monogram black satin pajamas. I mean, there's a lot of little extra things that you get. So it has its own restaurant too, called Lumine. Different menu than the whole ship. So you're on a really special area. You have a special key card to get in, so people can't just come walking by and slip in. So we really take those retreat guests to heart. The suites are the first thing that sell out on our ships. The first thing. That's the one complaint I always get. And then we have Aqua class, which is a whole other class. It's for somebody that is a little bit maybe healthier. That's how it started out. It has the Persian garden, which are heated towel seats, so you get first right of refusal for the spa and any spa treatments. It has its own in-room menu, which you could order anything in there, which is a little greener, a little healthier version. And the staterooms are positioned in a special area. It's quieter. Only 2 people allowed in. You have to be at least 12 years old. So it's not like a triple cabin that might be a little better. And it has its own restaurant, Blue, which is really, really great. And it has its own sea thermal suites, which are different treatment rooms on every ship. Let's talk about what you're going to do once you book this cruise. We have shows. Boy, do we have shows. The new ships have a 360-degree type of stage, like water comes down, but it's really not water, and all sorts of things. We have a little bit of something for everybody, because we know some people who likes Broadway. I love Broadway shows, but some people are like, oh, Broadway. But it's different. It's kind of like Broadway meets art with a little bit of a flair. It's a little racier, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's not old school stuffy. It's definitely, the dancers they can move it, man. Makes me not want to eat any food when I see them like up there dancing and they're like, no dessert tonight. So we have a lot of shows, we do a lot of yoga, we do outdoor activities. You can see here, this is the lawn club where they're playing croquet. She's doing silent disco, which is really, we were the first ones that started, which you use a headphone and they play different radio stations. They light up different genres, should I say, red, blue, or green. So people start singing. It's really, really fun. Let's see. Yeah, the yoga's really great. We have the festivals. We have all sorts of music. From every type of age range, I want to say. So, so the live music's great. We like to say we do a surprise and delight. We don't do everything in the theater. We do everything around the ship. so you don't have to sit like physically at a show for an hour. I know when I was on board, they did so many things, you know, with all different music and dance classes. I'm talking like, remember the old, I'm showing my age, line dancing? I love me some line dancing. So, I don't want you to think we're not for families and kids. We broke out of that shell about 3 years ago. We love families. I was in Alaska from Seattle on the edge, which is my 7th time in Alaska. Never saw those damn northern lights yet, but there were so many kids and families. I was so shocked. I hosted a military group of 78 people, and they were great. We had such a good time. But I was asking people, why, sorry, it's my sister, the Royal Caribbean huge Oasis ship is next to us. I'm like, why do you want Celebrity? I was just curious to know. And she's like, oh, because like we love it. You know, we're definitely not like Royals. If you think, oh, they're owned by the same company, I want to point out, we are not. From our mantra is different, our style is different, our ships are different, and we're definitely more luxury. So we love families. We have pickleball. Anyone play pickleball? I got crazy friends that play pickleball. That's all they talk about, so pickleball. We have them on the ships. We have private experiences, which are really cool. Now, we have this private karaoke, there's a celebration lounge, and a golf simulator, which is really cool. So you can do, imagine going on with your family, there's 10 or 12 of you in there, and you rent this space. They bring wings and all sorts of fun food. All right, so let's just talk about the elephant in the room. This is Hawaii River. Like I said, I can't tell you a lot about it, but we will have 10 ships, 180 passengers, or 178, something around there. Only 2 are coming out in January of 27. But you know, we're still building the other ships. Where will we be sailing? We're going to start with the Danube and the Rhine. So these are the most popular. Has anyone been on a river cruise? So we know 50% of our customers have river cruise and they love it. So we're thinking we're going to kind of do it the Celebrity way, and we're going to tune it up. I went to Tool time. I love the river cruising, but we're going to add it with a little more flair and style, better entertainment, to kind of really zhuzh it up a little bit. What's included, of course, the dining, the drinks, the Wi-Fi, the onboard experiences, and then you get a choice of 1 excursion every day. So without that being said, any more to it, it's going to go up for sale the 27th of this month. So if you have questions before that, get with Sally. I'm more than welcome again to jump on a phone call, the 27th.
So you could take advantage of the double whammy.
But the thing is, everything's included on the river, so you wouldn't be able to really use the $200. We will not have spas on board or casinos, just so you know.
Wait a minute, you might have an elevated or a masterpiece excursion on the river cruise. What about gratuities? Are gratuities included?
All right, you are so
I
true.
just want to make sure we're on that.
Anyway, so in
I'll
closing,
test you.
you know, you can tell I don't like my job at all, right? But I truly, I love my company. We're a family. It's all about family first, and I know Sally's the same way. And you have to do you, right? You have to do where you fit. But we're definitely a luxury upscale. We're not the least expensive, but you really get what you pay for, and that's kind of in our hearts what we're trying to do with people. And with working with people like TravelSmiths, they get us, right? And they get you. So I feel like that's like a perfect marriage. So it's really a good thing when you get that, because you can go and buy something from someone, but you don't like the person. It feels like your experience just isn't the same, right? But when you buy from someone that you really wholeheartedly believe in and have passion for it, I think that everything's always really great from beginning to end. So I can't thank you enough for the invite.
And what else are you going to do, Miss Mary? Because I know you got something else in your pocket. Come on.
So I decided that I would like to give $250 towards a cruise. Is anyone okay with that? Woo! So that's really half a deposit on a 7-night cruise, if you think about that. So
how are you going to do that?
I don't know. We pulled a ticket.
You don't have tickets.
Oh, I thought they had tickets.
They have a drink ticket.
Oh, I don't know.
Are you going to ask a question? Maybe
Oh, God.
Are you going to ask a question? question and see if somebody can answer the question that you
Oh,
might.
God.
And they have to, no one can't yell out the answer, you can maybe. What, Mary?
Is anyone's birthday today?
All right. Wait a minute.
Next week.
Whose birthday is in the month of September? All right.
So today's the 10th. When's your birthday? The 2nd.
All right, go ahead. Over here, over here. 19th. Her father doesn't count.
I like the way you
Is
think.
he going on a celebrity cruise?
So is anybody closer to...
Jamie, you don't get it. You don't get it.
I'm just raising my hand.
Her birthday's the 16th. Wait, what?
There's anniversaries today.
Oh, so wait, we have a birthday and an anniversary. Well, that's a good thing. Okay, so birthday, we have, today's the 10th.
So
We
then
gotta
ask
go.
a trivia question to those three people.
All right.
Oh,
Oh, are you giving out one? Are you giving out two? Or are you giving out three?
I was gonna go for 3.
Okay, guys.
Come on, go for three.
Alright.
Go for three.
Okay, here we go. Who can tell me, and please just pour around,
Wait a minute,
Sally.
is it a birthday? No, the 2 birthdays and an anniversary?
Sure.
What are we doing?
Sure.
Wait, does anybody else have an anniversary? We're gonna talk about that?
Well, first I want to open up to everybody, and then we'll work with the special people.
Oh, okay. Okay, go ahead.
So who can tell me,
Don't call it out, raise your hand or stand up. What do you want, raise your hand or
start
stand up?
fights in the parking lot?
Stand up. Okay, you better be looking. Because I'm not picking.
Who can tell me the name of the last and final ship that will be in the Edge series?
Excel. 2. Excel 2.
Whose hand?
You raise your hand.
I think this gentleman here said it first.
He said
Yep, XL 2.
it. Okay.
All right, so we have one
All
winner.
right, we got one, so now we have to do birthday.
Hold on, we gotta get that name.
Gotta get the name right over there.
I mean, you guys think this is fair? I don't know how else we can.
Well, you just did one and you picked.
I mean, I
So
thought
you
we
take
had a ticket, so I'm
Right
sorry.
now you have to go for this birthdays and anniversaries. So you have to pick up. So between the three, we have Mark, we have this nice couple right over here, Denise, right? And we have right over here, Miss Amanda, honey. Go ahead. Right, between the three of them, you better pick
Thinking, I'm
Come on. Gosh, it's like the watch pot that never boils. Let's go.
Okay, so I told you the date that the river cruises were open for sale for the public. So does anyone remember what date that was?
Speak it up.
Go ahead.
January 27th.
No.
Go ahead. Anyone else? It was September 27th. But she was listening.
She was listening, so you blew off my birthdays. You blew
You
off my
didn't,
birthdays.
they didn't have, did you guys have an answer? What?
So you gave me three?
She said three.
You said three? You rolled out three?
All right, so wait, what do we have? You were the closest to the birthday, you were anniversary. You gave an answer, but she said I blew them all. And then you, so I'm gonna get 4 then. So we'll get 1, 2, 3, and
So Mark
4.
Stigliano.
How's that?
Mark Stigliano.
So they get $250 towards their next cruise that they go.
Thank you. They start number 1. Number 4 was the French Creek couple.
What's that? I want you to book it by the end of this year to go next year. Okay, so you have all next year to pick a ship, but you have until the end of, I mean, that's a couple months, right? I think that's pretty fair. Next year, we're getting tickets. So there's a lottery.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Listen, guys, I appreciate you and I appreciate Sally. Thank you.
Alrighty, so now I want to change my hat over from sailing all over the world to being all over the most amazing Caribbean islands for Sandals and Beaches. I'd love to bring up Kelly and Marlene. Can you please both come up here, please? Woo-hoo! These are luxury, gorgeous, adult-only, family-friendly properties, all sprinkled all over the beautiful Caribbean, where you don't find in different destinations. Namaste.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for your time and coming out today. My name is Kelly Valente. I am the Business Development Manager for Sandals and Beaches in this area, and Sally Jane and TravelSmiths, absolute pleasure to work with. As I'm sure you know, because you book with them and you trust them with your most important experiences. My colleague is also here, Marlene Davis from our groups department, flew all the way in from Miami tonight just in time to see.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm very honored to be here because I've been working with TravelSmiths over a year since I've been in this capacity. I do serve the entire Northeast region, so I'm very happy to be here. So when Kelly's finished this giving you information on Sandals, then I'll jump in with all the information on groups.
What's that little accent I detect?
Anyone want to guess?
Jamaica.
Wait, I'm giving away a car! Yes, Marlene, as I mentioned to a couple of you when I first arrived and coming around to the tables, that we were born in Jamaica 44 years ago. And we have 7 resorts in Jamaica, but we are located also throughout the entire Caribbean. We have 18 different properties on 8 different islands. So if Jamaica is not your favorite, we certainly have something that's going to bring you some sort of pleasure. But if anybody have to go to the restroom, because I know that the presentation, you're not getting any break between that. So go ahead and head out to the bathroom and I'll wait for you. If not, let's get started. Okay, so here is our geography, folks. How many people have visited Sandals or Beaches Resorts? 1, 2, 3, 4. Less than there are cruisers. All right, so we have to get some of you to the resort. Sandals and Beaches is known for their 5-star luxury all-inclusive. So if you've never been to an all-inclusive, it's time to pay us a visit. You pay one price and you get everything. You don't have to pay extra for internet. You don't have to pay extra for your top shelf alcohol. You don't have to pay extra for a lot of things. You pay that one price, and that's it. So we are located in Jamaica, St. Lucia, the Hawaii of the Caribbean, Antigua, Bahamas. We are currently in the midst of opening a beaches product in Great Exuma, Bahamas. We have Grenada, the Spice Island, Barbados, where we have 2 properties, in Curacao. If you're ever traveling to any of our resorts, you have reciprocal rights to go back and forth from one resort to another. So for example, St. Lucia has 3 different resorts, so we provide shuttles for you to go back and forth between all of these reciprocal properties, which is a really cool feeling, right? Each of the properties has a different personality. So, as I mentioned, we've been in business for 44 years. This is our executive chairman. His name is Adam Stewart. He is the son of Gordon Bush Stewart. But as I also mentioned, we were born in Jamaica, the land of wood and water. So we really have a deep connection with the islands, and every time you come to our resorts, we make a contribution to our Sandals Foundation, which helps the children in the Caribbean. So just let you know about that. If you do decide to travel with us, we accept all kinds of donations.
I want to jump in on that.
Yes.
Sandals is #1.
Microphone, Sally.
Oh, I can scream
Okay, talk louder.
Sandals and Beaches Foundation that they do for the kids is #1 in giving back to the Caribbean. And TravelSmiths actually has formulated a pack for a purpose to offer to our guests if they brought down 5 pounds of just like books and
School
crayons,
supplies.
school supplies, and you bring it to the front desk
Yep.
at the resort, they will take it graciously and take it to their schools.
It is such an incredible feeling to feel like you're giving back when you come to a resort. And you can actually take a very reasonably priced tour with us. It's a $25 tour to go and read to the local school children. So if you are a teacher and that's your background, something you want to do in terms of giving back, that is a tour that Sally can add on really reasonably. I think the baby likes me. We are located on the best beaches in the Caribbean, white, pristine sand beaches. Our late chairman used to fly over each of the properties and make sure that it had the most amazing either sunset or sunrise. And the white, pristine sand beaches in the Caribbean, you can't beat that. Our chairman always says that God spent a little bit more time in the Caribbean with our blue waters and our white sand beaches. Motorized water sports are included. Daily scuba diving. Any divers here aside from you, Sally? Excellent. You're a scuba diver and I know you're a cruiser. So you get to go out diving with us, completely complimentary as you stay with us, 2 times a day. We have a 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. departure with a Newton dive boat, 2 tanks on us, and you go to different parts of the Caribbean and different reefs. Anything you want to expand on the diving?
I do. If somebody's on a cruise ship and wants to go to a Sandals, don't you have a day
Louder,
pass?
Sally.
We
What?
have a consumer
Louder.
day pass.
There you go. Talk about the day
So
pass.
Sally could get you guys a consumer day pass where you just say you wanted to go to the Bahamas on a Caribbean cruise. You can stop at our resort and utilize our facilities. You can use our pools, you can eat at our restaurants, or you can dive with us. So the consumer daily pass, you can ask Sally about that. In addition, we have all-inclusive golf. Any golfers? Awesome, excellent, nice, really. So we have an incredible golf course, 18 holes. The last 6 holes are all oceanfront located in the Bahamas, Great Exuma. In addition, we have an 18-hole golf course in St. Lucia, and we provide the transfers completely free, all included. And then we have our golfing 18 holes driving range in Ocho Rios, Jamaica. Fine dining, all the restaurants are included, no additional upcharges. If you are to get a specific butler, concierge, or luxury level categories, that's how we do it at Sandals. So you pay that 1 fee, you decide I want butler. Butler, you're gonna have no problem with reservations at our top shelf restaurants. But if you're club level, we just have you meet with a culinary concierge or tell Sally what you wanted to do. And even if you're luxury, you can certainly still get reservations at our top-notch restaurants. Premium cocktails located all throughout the resorts. There's no certain levels. You get everything that everyone else gets. Now, if you're a butler level category, you get a full bar in your room. If you're a club level category, you also get a full bar in your room. If you're a luxury level category, you get beer, wine, and juice in your room, but there's plenty on resort to be had. And then I talked a little bit already about our reciprocal rights. It's all about the beach. Welcome to our playground. So yes, as I was saying, we have the world's best dive sites, breathtaking. We have our master divers on resort, and we are partnered with PADI, which is top 5 in terms of diving programs. So all of our people are certified by PADI. But say you wanted to become a diver, you could certainly do that. Just let Sally know. There's a whole bunch of different programs from beginner divers to master level divers that you can do prior to hitting the resort and even when you're on resort. We have our diving pools where you will be taking tests with our master dive instructors. We also have them for our beaches products. We have them for ages 7 up to 12 years old where your kids can also be getting different levels of scuba diving certification. Yeah, so where's Jennifer? Our travel advisor here, our yogi, is working on a wellness group with TravelSmiths.
That's
All of
right.
our resorts are built around fitness, health, wellness, beautiful beaches. So Sally's going to be putting together a wellness group if yoga's your thing. Jen's going to be leading it and teaching yoga every day. So these are really, really cool ideas. And if there's something that we're not talking about that you want to do, make sure you let us know. I talked a little bit about the golf course, but pictures say 1,000 words. Look how gorgeous that is. Does anyone know, any of the golfers know Greg Norman? He's the one that designed this golf course.
It's spectacular.
Yes, Greg is in.
It's spectacular.
So we've been around for a long time. We're trying to break out of the old mentality of Sandals and Beaches. There was kind of like a little bit of a tagline being put on us that we didn't like. So we recently have created a new a new marketing campaign called Made of Caribbean, because that's where we were born and that's the only places that our islands are. So did anyone see our commercial during the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, did you see it? It's pretty gorgeous. So if anybody knows the Caribbean, or if you really want to think that you are enmeshed into the land, it's definitely with Sandals and Beaches. We have our overwater wedding chapels with the glass see-through floors, so if you're coming up on a milestone, maybe you retie the knot, ready to tie the knot again, you could do that. Sometimes they're free, sometimes they charge you extra. It really depends on when you want to do that. So could you imagine making that statement in that gorgeous view?
Yes.
You can? So let's look at some of our suites. So we're fluent in over 29 culinary languages. What does that mean? If you have any type of intolerances when it comes to food, you would meet with our culinary concierge when you arrive at our resort, and they will go through each menu with you to ensure that you don't have any allergies to the food that we're offering at any of our restaurants. We have up to 12 to 29 different restaurants at each of our locations, so you're never going to go hungry. All right, so let's take a quick look at the Bahamas. This is Sandals Royal Bahamian, very close to the port there if you're taking a cruise. It is the one of Sandals resorts that has a private K island. This was recently refurbished during the pandemic. It was completely shut down and redone completely with a new Coconut Grove area. Lots of entertainment in that Coconut Grove area. You've got your DJs all day long. You've got your silent headphone disco party. You also have your oh geez, guys, it came and it went. Came and it went. There's the private island Barefoot Cay. Look how gorgeous, guys. This is Butler level. And you can get your private transfers with Rolls-Royce or Mercedes-Benz right from the airport. It's about 15 minutes from the airport.
In a Butler room category.
Yes, yes, thank you. Now, this is currently closed and being transformed into a beaches resort. And this is that one with that beautiful golf course I was telling you about. If you're a runner, you can run around it. It's 3 miles long, but absolutely gorgeous. 50 shades of the bluest water you've ever seen in your life at Sandals Great Exuma. If you haven't been there, put it on the list. You will not regret it. There's the golf. Gorgeous, right? Anyone like tapenaki? Sushi?
Yeah,
Huh? Oh my gosh, you guys are so shy.
I'm not.
Where's my couple that's going to Grenada?
Right here.
7
They are.
times.
7 times. So they got to know the butler, they got to know the general manager, and they only take butler level at Sandals Grenada. 5 minutes from the airport, they have an underwater sculpture garden. So if you're a diver, that's an incredible place to go. Here's our sky pool suite.
The beach is beautiful here.
The beach is fantastic with a pink gin hue. Also, the fact the food in Grenada is absolutely fantastic. Every different restaurant, you cannot get a bad meal here. Hi, baby. In Jamaica, the land of wood and water, we've got a lot to choose from. I just talked to a couple over there that was at our flagship resort, Montego Bay. In 1981, this was our flagship property. It is about 15 minutes from the airport, really close by, and all of the room categories are totally redone. You can get your butler to bring you beach service right on the beach. And this is the sitting room area. So we have Royal Caribbean, which is right down the street. It's only like a 10-minute ride away on a shuttle, yes. And each of the resorts are completely having their own personality. So if you stay at Montego Bay, you go to Royal Caribbean and enjoy. You can have high noon tea at any of our properties that have the name Royal in them, because we are based on the British ideals. This is our overwater bungalows. Yes, you can get these overwater bungalows. You don't have to fly to the Maldives. And here's Royal Caribbean. We have a private island in Royal Caribbean as well. This is our Thai restaurant. You can see that This is the overwater bungalow, a view from the overwater bungalow out towards the resort. Pretty gorgeous, right? Retie the knot, maybe just a weekend getaway. We've got such great airlift from here. You can get down to Bahamas in 2 hours. Is anybody thinking maybe that might be a good idea? Last minute deals. We got a lot of last minute deals.
Jamaica.
Speaking of pickleball, I am a pickleball fanatic. I absolutely love it. I've taught a couple people here in the TravelSmiths team how to play pickleball. We just signed a contract with USA Pickleball. All of our resorts are certified by USA Pickleball. What does it mean to have all-inclusive pickleball? We provide you with everything you need. We also have all the coaches. We have open pickleball for you to play with other guests. And there's state-of-the-art fitness courts, as well as different programs that the coach will be offering you, like one-on-one sessions, completely free and all-inclusive. So Sandals South Coast has 12 different pickleball courts. Sandals and a Grill in Jamaica is 7 miles of white, pristine beach. Taking a quick look through Sandals and Grill and all of those little coves and hideaway areas. Yes, you like that? Baby wants to go. We have Sandals Ochi, where we have our only speakeasy. You need a special order to get into the speakeasy each night, so it's really, really cool. The entertainment team with Junkanoo dancers and fire breathers, absolutely fantastic at all of our properties. And Sally will let you know about all the different things happening on resort, like White Night and chocolate parties and different themes that we have every single night. So if you're staying at Sandals Ochi, you can have reciprocal rights to other properties. But if you stay at our boutique resort, Royal Plantation, it's all butler level. So every single room in this particular hotel is all butler. So all of them are ocean view views. 80 rooms in this particular resort. So it's really our boutique luxury resort. This is our sitting area where we have our entertainment each evening. And then, yes, you would have those shuttle over to the golf course. Look at Royal Plantation, absolutely stunning. And then Dunn's River, this just opened in 2022. We have sky pool suites in those 2 buildings, 2 of the largest river pools in Jamaica, 12 different dining options here, our first Greek restaurant on the brand. And at the front of this resort, we have these fantastic rondables with a rooftop deck. If you were to take that particular category, you would get a stargazing concierge to walk you through the Caribbean sky. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, it's really cool. This is our Greek restaurant. So yes, this is a brand new, this is what we're calling our 2.0 properties. So Sandals Dunn's River, Sandals St. Vincent, and Sandals Royal Curacao are our 2.0 properties. Let's take a look through St. Lucia. This is Regency La Toc, has a lot of inclines and declines, and stairs very exotic, very lush. This has very European feel to me, don't you think, Marlene? It's like a very European feel here. You can chime in at any time. Jennifer, you want to tell them about the yoga class we did on this very beach?
Well, I teach yoga, beach yoga in Jamaica, so we had to say, when we introduce ourselves, just say something interesting first. So I said, I teach beach yoga. So Faye said, let's do beach yoga. So we did a class, everybody got up super early, and we went right down on the beach.
Yeah, we had a fantastic time.
It's more like hot yoga because it was very hot.
It was hot yoga.
But you had the water right there, it didn't even matter. Yeah.
Yes, we could go right into the water. You can see how expansive we are here. We go all the way out here, all along the mountain, along the bluff. You've got the Millionaire's Butler Suite built right into the bluff, absolutely stunning. This is Sandals Grand. So everything you have sits right out on front on the beach. We have our overwater villas here. We have our pier dining for sunset dining with a glass of Chardonnay watching the sunset. This is the Grand St. Lucian at Gordon's. Halcyon is a little more on a smaller scale. It's much more intimate. We're showcasing here at Kelly's Dockside Restaurant. We have a lot of new butler level categories in this particular resort. It's a little on the small side, so it sells out pretty quickly, so you would have to set up those reservations at least a year in advance to get into Halcyon. So here's one of our newer Rondeval categories, which comes with a butler. And then here where you have our Jolie beachfront suites, so you can see steps away from the beach. Someone said they were going to Barbados. I approached, hi, yes. So Barbados is a really unique property. Barbados has two properties sit up side by side. It's the only resort that has a donut shop next to the fitness center, so good luck with that. But it does really have a very cool feel to it. You don't even know that you're meandering over to the other property. It's super, super interesting. There is a 4-lane bowling alley as well as a craft beer bar here. And then you have your infinity pool rooftop deck bar. You have your kimonos. Yes, there's your infinity pool. Absolutely gorgeous. There's your bowling alley. In Antigua, Sandals Grand Antigua, it's surrounded by 2 bodies of water, one on each side of the property. You have your higher level buildings that you have an incredible view of the beach, the absolute gorgeous beach here. Have you been to Antigua? Yes.
So Antigua is one of those that's on my list. I haven't been there.
What?
Sally, have you been to Antigua?
Several times. I've been to every Sandals, stayed at every Sandals.
Key takeaway from Antigua?
It's small, it's boutique, the service is wonderful, the beach is spectacular.
Is there such thing as too many butlers?
No.
We had to get up
We
at
need
4:30 in the morning when we were there to go get our spot on the beach.
Oh, gosh.
The time that we were there, the butlers. There's more butlers than there are club butlers. So, yeah.
That's not a bad thing for us, for you.
Great resort. So, yeah, but, yeah.
This has got to be my second favorite property. Curacao opened in 2023, and it is sitting outside of the hurricane belt in the ABC Islands. And you can certainly see they have 82 or 83 degree weather all year long. I absolutely adore this property. You can see the infinity pool right from the lobby when you check in. You can see how that looks like it melts right into the ocean. This particular property, if you were to be booking in the higher room categories like the seaside club level, seaside. Let me see if I can pull up the seaside here with this.
Go back.
There you go. The poolside butler bungalows or the seaside butler bungalows for 6 nights or more, you're gonna get a $250 dine out credit with any butler you do on Curacao or Royal Bahamian. But if you do this particular category, you're gonna get a convertible Mini Cooper to ride around town in the Dutch island of Curacao. It's just such a cool feeling, and it's a very safe island. We also partnered with the Old Quarry Golf Course next door, and they have an 18-hole golf course right behind our food trucks. So we have these gourmet food trucks. The gourmet food trucks are there for lunch every day. Right behind there is your starting for your golfing. You've got Gatsu Gatsu, which is upscale sushi. You've got Canal, which is your coffee bar that turns over to be a wine bar in the afternoon. Then you have Vincent, which is your gourmet French. And then your Zucca, which is Spanish flair, and the Strand that sits right on the beach. And you can see it's very light and airy, this particular resort, very new and fresh. This is also LGBTQ friendly resort. And it's the only resort that we have that you can have a symbolic wedding at for LGBTQ. Sandals St. Vincent, brand new property that came on the brand last year. It sits in the exotic island of St. Vincent on the main island. If you're in a butler level category, you're gonna come right into the resort by catamaran. You have the choice to come in by catamaran, or you could come in by shuttle transfer. Really exotic and untouched, and this is the resort kind of nestled in between those mountains. All of our villas sit on the beach. We have the 2-story double water over water villas. These are the first of their kind. And then your catamaran is actually a lot faster than taking your shuttle. It's 30 minutes, you come right in, and it's just like the White Lotus, they're waving to you when you come in, and they take you on board. Here's your overwater wedding chapel. You have your club level and your luxury level, and these are all your butler level and your main pool area when you come in. Isn't that gorgeous, you guys? These are all freshwater pools. The cabanas are not extra at this property. At every other property, they're $125 for the day. So say you're not butler level category, you can have a butler for the day when you use the cabanas, which is a really nice feature. Those are the double-story overwater villas. I did what we call Scuba here. So if you're on the fence and you're not sure if you want to go diving, you can do Scuba for a really reasonable price that Sally can add on for you. And they take you down diving right next to these villas to the reef there. And it's like a cross between, yeah, it's a cross between snorkeling and diving. You have the belt on, you have the mask on, but you're holding onto a boat if you've never done Scuba. It's super, super interesting. Yeah, it's something you can add on as an additional tour. So like I mentioned, lots of different dining options. We got izakaya and hand-rolled sushi, beach grab and go. Bukan, you absolutely must dine at Bukan. Bukan is an experience. We have this at St. Vincent and we have this in St. Lucia. Make sure you make a reservation for this and you let Sally know about that. This is all food from the island, so it's almost like a presentation, which is family style, but when you're eating with other couples, it's a really unique feeling. And then you have green bowls, vegetarian and vegan salads, upscale seafood. You've got a pizzeria, the Jerk Shack, our ice cream and coffee shop. Bloom is our coffee shop. Sora's Italian and Butch's Island Chop House. And we have rum bars at all of our 2.0 properties where you can have a tasting of 32 different types of rum in one sitting. What do you think about that? All included, no extra fees. We have a lot of different credits happening right now. We've got airline credits that we're offering for 7 nights or more, up to $350. We've got $1,000 credits offering. For you coming out here tonight, we're going to be offering you a $250 incentive that will be added onto your reservation if you book with Sally by the 24th of this month, by September 24th.
When she said Sally.
The whole TravelSmiths team is what I meant.
Sally's not available for all of you.
All of these fantastic advisors. Let me talk a little bit about Beaches. Beaches is our family product. So we have a Beaches in Negril, Jamaica, and we have a Beaches in Turks and Caicos. And we have some fantastic categories here. So Beaches has all the same inclusions that Sandals has, except there's a little extra for the kids. Everything from Xbox lounges to kids programs. We have the kids camp. How much does it cost? It's free. The kids can go in there free.
From babies.
Yep.
Many other resorts start at 4 years old. They start at 6 months.
Now, every single person, including myself and Marlene, are autism certified. The Sandals and Beaches, every single person has to go through a testing so that we understand the autism certification and our families that may have autism with their children. They're more than welcome here at Beaches. We have beach buddy programs, and everybody on resort totally understands if you have anyone in your family traveling with autism. All right, so this is our property, Beaches, Turks and Caicos. 29 different restaurants, 5 different villages. Can anyone guess what this looks like? Key West Village, Italian Village, Caribbean, and Seaside. And then in the back, we have the French Village, which is currently being renovated along with the Caribbean Village. So to the left of that, we're opening our newest village, which is called Treasure Beach Village. It has multi-level pools. It has underground lighting. It's got a food court that has a snow cone station, coffee shops. It has Asian, Mexican food, but it also has a 32-person cinema. So have you ever thought of maybe taking your grandkids or this little girl to beaches? That is the most beautiful beach you'll ever see. I guarantee it. It's only 575 miles south of Miami, and you can get really easy airlift from New Jersey. Here's a look into one of the categories. A family category would hold a family of anywhere from 2 to 7 in these categories. We also have a partnership with Sesame Street. So we're offering something right now. If a family books for 5 nights or more, they're going to get morning yoga plus a $275 excursion credit. Morning yoga with the characters, I meant to say. And then here's Beaches New Girl. 7 miles of white, pristine beach. And there's food for everyone. We've got Club Liquid and Pirates Island Water Park. So this is a true vacation, very laid back. You're gonna go and you're gonna vegetate and have a great time. These are our fireside villas. They come with a private pool. So this is for your multi-gen families that have 10 people that wanna travel together with a butler. With your butler, you get fast-tracked immigration passes through Montego Bay, and your butler comes in and prepares your meals for you 2 nights out of the 7 that you're there. So that's an incredible offering. These guys are sold out all the time. If you go to check it, you will not be able to find them unless Sally's team finds it for you. So I wanted to invite my colleague Marlene to speak with you a little bit about groups, and please feel free to have any questions ready for us.
So after listening to that presentation Kelly just did, and she mentioned all the wonderful things about Sandals and Beaches, our amenities, activities, everything. Now you're in the frame of mind where it sounds so good, you want your entire family and your friends to have that experience. So the next time you're going on vacation to Sandals or Beaches, you want to make sure that you're bringing your family and friends so they too can enjoy that. So when it comes to groups with Sandals and Beaches, if you're doing a minimum of 10 rooms, that's where all the perks and the benefits comes in. So some of the concessions that we have if you're doing 10 or more rooms is you get a group photo. So there's a complimentary 15-minute photo session, and each room will get a 5x7 photo. You take that back as a souvenir for you. All of that is included in your group package. You have a private cocktail reception. If it's a beaches resort, we're not going to do a cocktail reception because there's kids around. So we replace that with a picnic. In addition to that, you're getting a 2-hour private dinner, and you're also getting group activities. The most common group activity would be like a beach Olympics. So those are some of the concessions that you're getting with the groups. So earlier, Sally and Kelly, they had mentioned about Sandals Foundation. This is just one of the ideas of the groups that you can bring to Sandals and Beaches. So you can actually incorporate those 2 elements they mentioned, Pack for a Purpose and Weeded Road Trip. And everybody feels good when they're giving back to the community. So you get a group of friends and you're all going to Sandals or Beaches, you're packing your those backpacks with school supplies to donate to the schools, and you're also volunteering your time to read for ages 5 to 6 at our schools. I've been working with TravelSmiths for over a year. I can tell you that this is one of the companies that you definitely want to give your group business because they're very experienced. They have the knowledge when it comes to the Sandals group contract process. They're very experienced, so you're going to be in good hands with them. There are many different ideas that you can have with groups. Currently, TravelSmiths, they've done destination wedding groups with us. They've done pickleball groups with us. They've done dive groups with us. So they do have experience in different types of groups.
Now we're going to
Yoga, they've just added yoga onto the type of groups that they are bringing to Sandals and Beaches. But if you have any type of groups, bring it to TravelSmiths and they will have you set up for Sandals and Beaches. There's traditional groups that we think about. So friends and family, milestone birthdays, anniversaries. Those are not the only types of groups you can bring to Sandals and Beaches. Excuse me. You can bring groups that are based on events. Perfect example. So I was in St. Lucia at the end of July, and it was right off their carnival season. Carnival is something that is very, very popular for St. Lucia, that you have celebrities from the US that would fly down just for Carnival in St. Lucia. So if you have Carnival, your friends and your family members are into Carnival, TravelSmiths can book you a group to Sandals or Beaches. You also have Barbados. They have a wine and food festival. That's an idea for a group. You have fishing tournaments that they also do. So these are just some ideas. It literally can be anything. It can be a candle making session. It can be a photography class. It can be something with wives of hunters. Anything that you have, you can bring it. All those out of the box ideas, you can bring it to Sandals and Beaches. So just wanted to make sure that I brought that information out. So this is the quickest presentation you're ever going to see from groups. Any questions anyone has?
Okay, question. We did St. Lucia and during COVID, actually. We did the Grande. It's the only one that was open because they didn't have the staff. And they didn't have, whatever. We actually did the helicopter in. Do they still offer that?
Yes, they do.
Because we did it. We did helicopter in and then we got a private car.
Yeah, the helicopter in, and you could take the boat back.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a beautiful experience.
Yeah, it was great. It's like 11, you're up in the air for like 11 minutes, whatever.
Yes.
It was great. They took me over the Titans and whatnot.
Yes. St. Lucia has a long drive, and it's a little bit through the river, through the woods, because it's the rainforest and beautiful. But the roads are kind of a little winding, so we do offer helicopter coming in, and then we offer the boat going back home, because the boat experience is fun.
Yeah, fantastic. And you'll see the pitons as you travel on both of those experiences, which is a very unique experience. So I just want to drive. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we've got the boat coming in for Butler level guests. I just want to drive home. You're paying that one price. There's no add-ons for your internet, for your top shelf alcohol, for your higher end restaurants. Because I recently was on a cruise myself, and I didn't realize about a lot of the add-ons, and I left with a very hefty bill because I have my kids going with me.
It was a celebrity.
It wasn't Celebrity.
I want to make sure that
My kids came to me the first day and they're like, Mom, we can't live without the internet package. It's $500. I don't care. I'm giving you my savings. I was like, okay, give it to me. I am not paying $500 for internet. Anyway, that one price is really, you have to find the value in that one price and all the different restaurants and activities that we offer on the most pristine beaches. So tonight, if you sign up with Sally Jane and the TravelSmiths team up until the 24th, you're going to get additional add-ons with air credits, spa credits, activity credits, excursion credits, plus that $250 incentive if you book with her by the 24th. And anyone that does book with her by the 24th or the TravelSmiths team will win this bag over here. They'll be put in a drawing. They'll be put in a drawing, so each of you who do that, you're going to be entered into a drawing to win that fantastic bag from Beaches with all of those fun amenities in there. And I think Sally said that she will waive that planning fee. Didn't you say that, that you were going to waive that planning fee for the winner?
Well, it's important for people to know. So TravelSmiths, we do a complimentary consultation. What, honey?
How long have you been in the industry, Sally?
Paul, we have been in business since 1986. Well, I have anyway.
Did you miss that call? We talked about that already.
Right here?
We do charge a vacation planning service. We do give a complimentary consultation, but anytime any one of our guests comes to our presentation, we do waive that. And I want you to know that. Because we know that you took the time to come and to get educated on that, and that's very important to us. We value your partnership, we value that you want to work with travel, and that's very.
Anything else with Sandals and Beaches?
Does anybody have any questions about Sandals or Beaches? You were pretty thorough.
So thank you so much for your time today. I'm really appreciative. Hope you have a great vacation wherever you may go.
Oh, we're talking maybe. Thank you very much once again for everybody coming. You could have stayed home and had the dinner yourself, but you decided to stay with us the last couple hours, so I do appreciate your time. If you have any questions, we are here to help you. Thank you.